Today we're going to talk about the 2 foods that I eliminated that I thought were contributing to my histamine intolerance, and I will tell you what the results of that have been, as well as some other updates. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is April, and if you've been following along on this journey, then you know that I've been talking a lot about a reaction that I've been having that causes splotches to go up my chest and my neck. And then finally one day I was like, wait a second, what is this? Maybe this is not normal, because it was progressively getting worse over the past few years. So if you have not been following along on the journey, be sure to go back and check out my previous videos on the channel that just kind of gives some backdrop as to why I am here doing what I'm doing. Today, I just wanted to recap the changes that I made in November and right in the beginning of December, because yesterday was December 1st and there were some other changes that I implemented. So the first things first is I quit my birth control pill. I'm looking at my calendar, hold on. I stopped it on November 2nd. November 2nd, I stopped the birth control pill, like the actual pill packet, and then went into the blank pills, the sugar pills, which was when I would start my period. So as of what day is that? November 10th, I did not start a new pill packet, which is when I should have started a new pill packet. So I quit my birth control in November. I kind of felt like that was a lot of the culprit. I got a tea from Dr. Deering, who's my functional neurologist. That tea when did I meet with him? Dr. Deering, November 20th. So as of November 20th, once a day I started drinking an herbal tea mix that he gave me with the sorrel, S-O-R-R-E-L, I believe, leaf inside of that, which helps just flush the body, recirculate the normal rhythm of your body. The next thing that I did is that last weekend I started drinking a magnesium mixture called Calm. I'll talk more about that in another video. Then I also implemented like the blue light glasses that are supposed to stop the blue light from hitting your eyeballs. And I came up with a new nighttime routine, because on November 20th when I met with Dr. Deering, he told me, get some sleep. I think that that's going to clear up a lot of your problems. So those are the changes that I've made so far in November and December 1st. And I have noticed immediately since quitting birth control that the ADHD symptoms that I had went away like immediately. I just feel so much calmer inside of my body. I've also noticed that I just feel more present. I noticed I used to like clench my teeth a lot. I'm not doing that anymore. So that cleared up just from the birth control alone. And I mentioned it in previous videos that Dr. Deering said that could take 6 to 8 months for birth control to really leave your system and for your system to figure out what is normal in my body. So that's my November update. I'm really just gonna say November update because it's really through the month of November is when I started this, I believe. And yesterday was just December 1st, and there's only a few changes that I implemented yesterday, which was really, I guess, the blue light glasses. So more about that soon. Okay, so there's a little recap of November quickly, but today, for the purpose of this video, I want to talk about 2 foods that I've cut out that really create more of a histamine reaction in my body, and that is avocado. This is me crying because I love avocado so much, and bananas. So I right now am not being incredibly rigid with the diet. I do want to do some food journaling, and I'm going to get more into that once we get out of the holidays. But I want to start with sleep first, and the birth control, obviously. So I was telling my husband I would rather start with the whole sleep thing than cutting foods out, because I love food. And it could be something like a gluten intolerance. And I've talked before about getting an allergy test done, and I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm just going to get through the holidays first. We're like right in the thick of the holidays, you guys. So I figured what I will do is I'm going to start with sleep, because here's what I noticed. We just had Thanksgiving break, an extended time off, and I drank a lot of alcohol. I'm trying to think if I drank wine. I don't think I drank wine, but I drank beer and I drank vodka. I love a good vodka drink. But beer is supposed to create that reaction in your body, like a histamine reaction, alcohol period. I did not get flushing at all over this past week with lots of drinking. And you guys, I ate so much food. Hello, Thanksgiving. I ate food to where you eat and then you go to sleep and then you wake up and you're like, I don't even know that I'm hungry, but I've got room, so I'm gonna eat some more. I didn't do that last year because I was on a weight loss journey, which I'll talk about in another video, I'm sure, at some point. So last year I was like, I'm not trying to fall back into my old ways. This year I was like, YOLO, hashtag YOLO. And I really enjoyed myself. But the point of that is I ate a lot of food. I had a lot of sugar. I had a lot of gluten, probably a lot of processed things, and alcohol. And I didn't get flushing like that. Now, I've talked before about maybe it's because it's more of a social kind of anxiety thing that pops up when I'm at work. I did not have work for the past 5 days where somebody owns my job and my livelihood. I've talked about that in previous videos too, where, you're at work and so you feel like you have to perform for somebody because at any moment they could change their mind and be like, I don't want you in your position anymore. And then your benefits are cut and your money is gone. So maybe that's in my mind because I've always struggled a little bit in the corporate world, even though I've climbed the ladder. Again, another video, sorry. So anyway, I said I wanted to start with other things besides food right off, because I do think getting an allergy test will help at least direct my path. So I'm gonna start on sleep and calming my nervous system in better ways. Like, I have been limiting caffeine. I started that over the weekend, so 1 cup in the morning, because did you know that caffeine can actually interfere with your sleep up to 6 hours prior to your sleep. So if you had a cup of coffee midday, or probably about, I guess, 4 hours before you go to bed, that caffeine can actually interrupt your sleep. So I'm working on sleep, and that's where my focus is going to go here through the holidays for the most part. But before I jump into food, but the 2 things that I have noticed that I have been aware of, because my functional neurologist told me about avocado, really keep an eye on that one, try to keep it out. I've cut out avocado and banana, and I'm not having a lot of flushing. Now, I will say, so I'm looking at my calendar again. I will say, I think, because my body's trying to regulate itself, but I think this week is that week prior to me starting my period. I'm pretty sure next week, if I was on a proper cycle, that's when I would start my period. And I noticed when I cut the birth control pill out, sorry you guys, what the heck? I'm sorry. Okay, November 2nd, when I cut that pill out, that week prior, which is when I guess, I don't know, your estrogen drops a little bit and the progesterone shoots up, I didn't flush a lot that week either. So I'm thinking I may be in that same week. I'm not sure. But last week through the holiday, I didn't have a lot of that either because I wasn't at work. I don't know, you guys. It's so many different factors. But for the purpose of this video, I wanted to recap, just give you an update, and also share that I have cut out avocado and banana. I hear that those are two big ones. Now, I love kombucha and fermented foods. Normally I would just eat sauerkraut out of a jar, but I haven't been doing that. But I did drink kombucha today, and I did not have flushing. And I spoke in front of a big group of people and didn't have flushing. Now, this is one of my awesome turtlenecks, the same one in blue that I shared in another video. And I feel incredibly safe under this. But that's the other thing that I was saying about quitting birth control. I just feel like I'm not hypersensitive and not thinking about it all the time. Today I spoke in our executive meeting at the round table, and I did feel myself get kind of tensed up talking to the group, and our CEO was on the phone, and he's normally not in those meetings, but he was on the phone, and I felt myself tensing up in the meeting, and I just didn't care. I looked at our COO next to me, and he kind of had flushing. Oh, that's interesting. He kind of had flushing on his neck as he was talking, and I was like, I don't even pay attention to that because people get red sometimes. So I think I'm getting to a place too where I'm like, I just don't care. So that's great. I like that. But again, avocado and banana. So if you're having some flushing issues and you love avocado and you eat a lot of bananas, maybe just try taking those out of your diet and see what happens to you. If you've tried that before or other foods that you've cut out, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your journey, what's helped you, what hasn't helped you. And then if you're having some skin flushing problems and you do try the banana and avocado, let me know what you think. And if that helps any, just keep an eye on that and share with the group here when there are some comments going on. So just wanted to drop in really quick. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., you don't celebrate that. I hope you just had a great week prior and that you're having a great week ahead. And we will continue to go on this journey together. I'll continue to update you. Probably have some better content going forward. I'm just kind of rambling to the camera because I feel like you are who I get to share this journey with, and it makes me super excited because I'm like, I got so much to tell you. So I just want to drop in today, say hi, give you an update, tell you about those 2 foods, and I will see you next time. Be sure to like this video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, you don't have to hit a thumbs down. You could just leave. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to follow along for the journey and join the conversations. I'll see you next time.